Hi everybody and welcome to English Stories with me, 董墨涵。大家好，欢迎收看英文故事时间，我是主持人董墨涵。Today, we're going to be talking about different types of houses and homes. There are lots of different places where people live all over the world. Take a look at the cover of the book. 你看看这本书的封面图片，你觉得这些房子怎么样？像不像你现在住的这房子吗？ Let's take a look at some of the unusual houses that people live in all around the world. This is a very special house. Do you notice anything about the front? 有没有看出来这个房子的外边有什么特别的地方？没错呢，有个小坡呢。为什么有坡呢？没有台阶呢？你注意一下这个图片里边的主人公啊。He is in a wheelchair, so he has what we call a ramp. A ramp 就是 R-A-M-P 这个小坡，这样他可以推着自己的轮椅上那个大门，就可以进去呢。I live in a bungalow. I go up a ramp to the door. Bungalow 是什么意思啊？ Bungalow 是一种只有一层的房子，对，它没有二层的，所以这样子对这小朋友来说很方便，他就可以上那一小坡呢，没有台阶了。So it's very easy to get in and out of the house. Very nice indeed. One floor. That's right. 也可以叫做 one story. What about this house? It's much bigger than a bungalow, isn't it? It's got 3 floors. 这个房子就不一样了，跟刚刚看的那个1层高房子很不一样，这是3层高。这个叫做 townhouse. Look, that's the little girl who lives in the townhouse. She says, I live in a townhouse. I go up the stairs to my bedroom. A townhouse is a big apartment building in the center of a busy city. So that's why we call it a townhouse, because it's in the town. What do you think? Would you like to live there? It looks very comfortable. Look at this house. Maybe this looks like the house you're living in right now. Do you know what it's called? 你知道这种房叫什么呢？ I live in a tower block. That's right, a tower block, because the tower is so high up. It's very, very high. I used to live in a tower block. I lived on the 22nd floor. 我曾经住过一个这种高楼的房，这种公寓呢，住在22层。What floor do you live on? This girl says, I go up in a lift to the 14th floor. She lives on the 14th floor, very high, and she has to go in a lift. Can you see the lift? Yes, that's it there. The lift. In Chinese, we call that a 电梯. Very good. This house is very special indeed. It's a very different kind of house. Yes, that's it. It's a boathouse. Actually, it's called a barge. But it's a very unusual house, and it's on the water. Would you like to live there? I'd say it's very interesting. At night time, you can lie in bed, and the boat will slowly move and help you sleep. 我相信，如果住在这种船的房子里边住，晚上肯定能睡个好觉，做个好梦。I live on a boat. It can go up and down the canal. Canal 是什么？它跟 river 有什么不一样的地方？没错，这个 canal 就是运河，是人工的。That's right, it's man-made. 而 river 就是河流，是自然发生的。So that's the difference between a canal and a river. I think I'd like to live on a boat. Wow, look at this house. a very unusual one. It's high, but there's only one floor. Can you see why? That's right. This house is built on stilts. Stilts 就是那个杆子。I live in a house on stilts. I climb up a ladder to get in. You can see that young boy lives in that house. Can you see the ladder? So every time he wants to come out of his house and go onto the land, he must go in a small boat. Very interesting indeed. I wonder, can he go fishing out his window? Maybe he can go fishing with a fishing rod. Whoop. You don't need to go to the fish market and you can catch your own dinner. That's a very nice house. It must be very warm where he lives because there don't seem to be any windows. 我猜他那边应该是很热的。有没有发现他没有窗户呢？至少没有玻璃的。What about this house? Wow, that doesn't look anything like a house I've seen. That's because this house is under the ground. Yeah, 这是个地下的房子，非常特别。咱们一起来看看。I live in a house under the ground. I go down to the door to get in. 你看到了这个洞啊？实际上这个洞就是这个房子的正门。To go down to the door means when you go inside, you go down steps to get into the house. It must be very, very hot in that part of the world. Otherwise, people would live above ground. So living underground is 凉快，怎么说？ Cooler. It's much cooler, and it means it's more comfortable. 更舒服，更舒适。Very interesting house. I wonder, it looks quite dark, doesn't it? Perhaps they have lights inside. Yes, I'm sure they do. Here are some more houses. How do you go in? Take a look at these pictures. Can you find the door? Very interesting ones. If you look at the house here on the top left, it looks very beautiful, but it's surrounded by water. There's water all around. I wonder, where do you think the door is? How do people get from the land to the house? Swim? 你觉得他们是游泳过去吗？不会吧。By boat. Very good. What about the house underneath that one? It's on the top of a mountain. Looks very high. I wonder, you think they climb? Maybe. Or the house in the middle. It's very high indeed. Maybe a rope, a ladder, a lift. 你觉得中间这个房子会有电梯吗？ Okay, so today we looked at lots of different types of houses. Which one was your favorite? Which one did you think was the most interesting? 今天看了这么多房子，其中哪一个你比较喜欢？哪一个你觉得最神奇？ Thanks for listening and watching today's program. Hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to joining you for the next time for more English stories. Goodbye.